Welcome to a new type of video on my channel. My name is Fudce. Welcome to my first board game review. Well, not my first. If you've been following a website called Random Post, you will have actually seen me review board games before there. If you want to see that, I may put an annotation link somewhere, probably around here-ish area, to show you where to go to find those reviews. Just look for Geek Cougar Reviews, and you can find my old written book, old game reviews there, for your viewing pleasure. But now I'm doing these in video because I've got my own YouTube channel, so why not show you the games as well as review them? And I'm starting off today with a relatively new board game from BakaFire called Code of 9. It's released by ZMan Games, and it's a resource management game where the aim of the game is to score more points than your opponent. The problem is with the game, you don't know how to score points, and that changes based on the way you play the game. So first of all, let's look at it. Obviously, you've got the box here. The artwork of the box is quite nice. It's a very much a Japanese style game. BakaFire, I'm pretty sure, is a Japanese game creator. Looking at the previous games which is created. And I'm going to flip it over quickly. There we are. Got a box on upside down. And there's the back of the box. You probably can't read that, but I'll read it for you. Code of 9. Mankind is no more. You are an automaton waking to the ruins of a world 100 years later. The will of mankind is still pulsing in your memory, but that memory has been faded somewhat in your long slumber. With no humans alive to guide you, only having 2 of the 8 important conditions that you must obey, you must wander the ruins to complete your task assigned to you. Each location on the board has a unique effect. You may gain items, steal items, look at your opponent's memory cards, and even choose which actions to take. With only 15 turns to act, and other automatons looking for the same thing, success is far from being guaranteed. So there you have it. That's the blurb on the back of the box for Code of 9. And the blurb on the box actually is pretty much descriptive of what the game actually is, because it is a game for up to 4 players. In fact, it's 3 to 4 players. And you have several turns to do certain things, get resources, and affect how the game plays out. But you only know 2 of the 8 ways to win the game. You see, you have certain cards, you have 2, and each of your opponent's got 2, which determine how the resources actually score. Now, the game also has 2 game modes, as it says down there. Normal mode and the expert game, which make the game more difficult, add more cards and abilities and things like that. And it makes the game last a little bit longer, actually. It's one of those games which you play over and over again, and because the game is different every time you play it, it lasts longer. So let's open the box up. There we are. Put the box to one side. Let's see what we have in here. Now, the box itself, it's quite a nice, what you normally get with ZMan. It's a good, solid box. Not one of these flimsy boxes you get with some games. And in the box you get your rule book. I'm not going to go through this because, there you are. It's also got a locations list, which is very useful for the back of the thing. It also shows you just how simple a game is. In fact, it can be explained on 4 pages, or 3 pages, with 1 page being a summary. We'll set that to one side for now. We've also got 4 player sheets, which again have a memory card lists, and the other side is blank. Now, these are useful because each of these little codes down here is a card, and there will be 8 of these 18 or 28 cards in play. You only know 2 of them, but if you can see your opponent doing a certain thing, then you can actually sort of guess what they are trying to do. Again, I'll put that to one side for now. You've also got your player sheets. Now, again, there are 4 of these, one for each player. And these look a lot more complicated, but they really aren't. So I'll move a box down and I'll put those up there for now. You then got, I'll put that to one side, the game board. Comes four-folded. It's quite a small square board. I'll set it to the normal side. There we are. That's your game board. And it looks horribly complex board, to be honest, but it really isn't. You've got scorecards. There's one there. There's one we used earlier. Again, you don't really need to use these scorecards, but why not use them if you got them? You've got your counters, your little gemmy things, and your cards. That's all you get in the box. See? Just spaces now. So throw this box to one side, and I'll show you first of all the cards, because the cards make the base of a game. It doesn't come with elastic band, but it's always useful as a gamer to have elastic bands because of you end up with millions of decks of cards you need to keep together. And these cards are literally just numbered cards with effects on. For instance, card number 10, Stacked Knowledge. All players with at least 2 books gain 1 victory point per X they have. Now that one, if you look at our codes here, explains a bit more detail. Actually it doesn't, it just says all players with at least 2 books gain 1 victory point per X they have. Okay. And that's the key to a game. For instance, this one says all players with exactly 2 books lose 10. So you may be trying to get Stacked Knowledge by having 2 books, but you then lose 10 by having a curse, and so on. The artwork on these are pretty nice. There's another game I got which I'm going to review another time, which is by the same creator. It's actually got some of the same characters. Keep an eye open for her in particular. And I know there's one other character in here which appears in this. I think her. Yeah. So there's your cards. These little gems, I don't really need to take them bag because the camera's not really going to focus on them anyway, but actually it is. There we are. Little plastic gem type things which determine how many soul you have on your card. Soul is a currency you use. When you got your tokens, you got, each player has got 3 little standees. Tell you what, I'll take them out of my bag so you can see them better. There we go. Each player has got 3 of those. The colours are red, blue, white, or green. There is a turn order that will go on the number of a turn you're on. For instance, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, or turn 5. And then the only other thing you've got are these. These are different item indicators which determine what you get. For instance, the book is normally worth 1 victory point. Are you going to focus on it? There we are, focus. There we are. The snake thing is also worth 1 victory point. The white and black emblems are worth 3. And the actual coins aren't actually worth anything. So why on earth would you get the coins, may I ask? Because the cards change what they're worth. For instance, if you've got... let's find one. If you've got high ambition, there's one player with most coins, you gain 10 victory points. Well, there we are. If you've got the most coins, you get 10 more victory points. However, somebody else might have a card which says all coins lose 1 victory point. Makes coins worth less victory points. So how does a general turn go? I'm going to push these to one side. I mean, tokens will go in the middle there. You'd have a board down the side, card there, and you have one shoal card is your card, which is easier to see. The Abyss is very hard for your opponent to see. There's only 1 or 2 ways I can actually see your Abyss card. There's a few more the expert mode, but for the actual main game, you can only really see it in one way. So each turn, you've got certain locations on the board you can put your man. And on the first turn, you've got these locations as well. Some locations can be only used once. That location can be used multiple times. And some locations cost. For instance, her library costs 1 point of soul to use. Also attacking and defending locations. And as you get through turns, turn 1 you got this to go with. Turn 2, because that's turn 1 only, you go from here to here. Turn 3 you go from here to here. Turn 4 adds that. And turn 5 you get to there. There are 5 rounds of a game. 15 little tokens in total. 3 per day. That's 15 turns to do your duty. And so, let's say red here goes to the clock tower. Clock tower says a first person marker, which is somewhere here. Here we are. Goes to you. So you become first person next turn. And then you may return a token to a bank. Say if you don't want that for sake, you can put it back. Then white can go to the mechanism of fortune and get 3 coins. And green goes to the Sooty Watchtower. It's defense, which means that it can't be attacked this turn. And also, you can look at somebody's shoal. So you look at somebody's shoal card, and you know what their card does then. So you now have more information about trying to win the game. I mean, let's say the last person is blue. Blue goes to the Allure show. Now, they may give one of the tokens to somebody else, and they may look at somebody's shoal card. And this actions repeat for 3 times each turn. And then, for instance, if now it's red's turn, red can't go there, there, or there because they've all been taken. But red can go there. Get 2 extra points. Actually, red go there and get 3 extra points of soul. So soul counter will move up. That's the only way you get soul points back is by putting your man down and getting more points. Now, you don't need soul to win the game, but the more soul you have, the more powerful actions you can take. And so that is a game of Code of 9. Once you've got to the end of it, either at the end of turn 5, or you can actually end it in turn 4 if you get a certain event. Once you get to the end of it, you tot up your scores. And you do them in a certain order. And that is determined by what it says here. For instance, order 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Anything which goes 1 goes first. Anything goes 2 goes second, and so on. And so you top down the list, add up your points, take them away if you can win, if you can't win. For instance, if I show you this one here, turn 1. Oh, looks like they can't win. No, we had any there. We had that there. I scored 10 points there. It looks like player 4 actually won this one because they got more points there in stages 5 and 6. But on the other side, you notice players 3 and 4 can't win, despite scoring 50 points each. In fact, 67 points for player 4 and 58 for player 3. I'm pretty sure I was player 3. Now, player 2 only scored 8 points, but won because player 1 scored minus 45 and minus 8, having a huge negative score. And that's how you win the game. Now, the other side does have more things. I'm not going to flip it over the board right now, because that would be too much of a pain in the backside to do. But that is Code of 9. Again, if you want the game, it's a relatively new board game from ZMan. It should be available from all good game sellers, and possibly some not so good ones as well, but I recommend going to the good ones, not the bad ones. So let me know what you thought of the video. Thanks very much for watching. I would definitely recommend the game if you... It's only 4 player, well 3 to 4 player if you've got a 4th player. If you haven't got a 4th player, you need a ghost player, which there's special rules in the book about that. But I would definitely recommend the game. It's a good, solid resource management game with replayability from the different amount of combinations of cards you can get. This also seems to be a game which could potentially have expansion packs in future because it is expandable. By adding more cards, more resources, maybe a new game board with new effects, you can expand the game quite easily. As with all BakaFire games I've seen, there's a heavy anime influence from this one. But the actual game, you wouldn't, other than when you pick some of the cards, you wouldn't know that because the game board just looks clockworky. It doesn't look anime. But definitely go out and buy it if you'd enjoy this type of game. Again, let me know what you thought about this in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe my video. I'm going to be doing another few of these to see what people think of them. I've got a couple of board games behind me to try out. And if you've got a board game suggestion you want me to review, let me know, because I'll see what I can do for you. As ever, thanks for watching. My name has been Fudce. Bye bye.